Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Adam Green here with No More News. Thank you for joining me. Friday, April 3rd, 2026. We're going to cover a ton of stuff before Easter weekend. Thank you all for being here. Going to discuss some of the latest clips. Trump celebrating Passover and Easter, comparing himself to Jesus, calling himself a king. Paula White comparing him to Jesus. We're going to go through those. And then we're going to do a bunch of the Artemis moon launch updates, some debunking of the conspiracy clickbait grifters on the internet. Gonna be a huge show. Only made possible thanks to you guys and your support. Powerchat.live/no more news. Pinned to the top of the live chat where we're streaming at Rumble and Odysee, and in the description below. Just a little pagan mogging, a little moon-mogging to get us going today. Here's the first clip. Trump compares himself to Jesus, entering in to Jerusalem on the donkey on Palm Sunday.
On Palm Sunday, Jesus entered Jerusalem as crowds welcomed him with praise, honoring him as king. They call me king now. Do you believe it? No king.
He's the Jesus now.
King, I can't get a ballroom approved. Pretty amazing, right? I'm a king. If I was a king, we'd be doing a lot more. I'm doing a lot, but I could be doing a lot more if I was a king.
King of Edom with the eagle.
Jesus entered Jerusalem. And Christians.
Franklin Graham.
Fans, frankly, evangelicals and Christians, I think.
Just Christians in general.
They like Israel more than Jewish people like Israel, if you want to know the truth.
So sad. So true.
Money coming up, but I don't know when that started. It did start not thousands of years.
Maestro, you want to push back? Clearly he's referencing the No Kings protest, obviously, but still jumping up at the opportunity to call himself the king. You know he thinks of himself as a king.
Years ago, I can tell you, it started. But
King of Kings.
The love for Israel is great.
King of the world, savior of the world.
Evangelicals and Christians, I think they like
him. And I think I'm on. But as I prayed, it was like the Holy Spirit just zoned me in and said, tell President Trump how thankful you are for him. And I think I'm... And I felt like I was conveying the heart of God for all of us, that we are thankful for the greatest champion of faith that we've ever seen in a president. And we honor you because of your...
Hold on, I found a better quality. Here we go. Here's the better quality.
His death, burial, and resurrection. Jesus taught us so many lessons through his death, burial, and resurrection. He showed us great leadership. Great transformation requires great sacrifice. And Mr. President, no one has paid the price like you have paid the price. It almost cost you your life.
Laid down his life, survived the deadly head wound, sacrificed himself to save the world.
You were betrayed and arrested.
Betrayed and arrested.
And falsely accused.
Just like Jesus.
It's a familiar pattern that our Lord and Savior showed us. But it didn't end there for him, and it didn't end there for you. God always...
You rose from the dead. Trump resurrected. The second coming of Trump, it did not end there. He returned to glory.
On the third day, he rose, he defeated evil, he conquered...
Defeated evil. That's why there's no more evil anymore. Oh, wait, actually, Satanists run the world. I forgot.
Death, hell, and the grave. And because he rose, we all know that we can rise. And, sir, because of his resurrection, you rose up. Because he was victorious,
we can rise.
you were victorious.
I only wake up in the morning because a magical Jew committed suicide to save us from our sins.
And I believe that the Lord said to tell you this. Because of his victory, you will be victorious in all you put your hand to.
Because of Jesus, Trump will be victorious.
because God is with you and God is using you to defeat evil.
And if you oppose him, you're opposing God. We know how this trick works. Everybody's talking about her shoulders.
To restore families, to awaken the church.
Oh, yeah, it's coming off, huh?
Harvest the nations. And
Harvest the nations? Dude, Amalek. Are we harvesting the Goyim? Is that the role of Trump?
Good Friday LFG. Is Cookie Paula wearing angel wings?
Angel wings? I kind of like the dress, to be honest. Did you hear that, Amalek? I just saw in the chat. Harvesting the Goyim. Leading them to the harvest.
God is with you and God is using you to defeat evil, to restore families, to awaken the church, to harvest the nations, and to bring a worldwide revival. So I'm going to ask something.
Harvest the nations. Harvest maxing.
Would you all stand and just, if you're comfortable, stretch your hand towards our president?
Whoa!
If,
Not to the sky, not to Jesus in the sky. Stretch your hands out and use the force like Darth Vader on the president. Send him the Zio vibes.
Reverend Graham, you'd like to lay hands on him, and Pastor Robert. And just come in agreement with me for 2 Chronicles 7:14.
Everybody use your hand magic.
My people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray. Then I will hear from heaven.
This is what trying to destroy Christianity looks like, because there's nothing they fear more than all these Zionists and Trump.
And forgive their sins and heal their land. So today we humble ourselves and we seek you, Lord Jesus. You declared in Proverbs 14:34 that it said the righteousness exalts a nation. So we declare righteousness over.
Go tongues. Is she going to go into tongues? Oh, it would be so epic if she went into tongues right now. If she busted it out and Trump made a look at her like, what the fuck? That would be so classic. I wish she would. Why doesn't she? Why is she dialing it back? What does she have to hide?
America, and that every decision that is upon President Trump's shoulders, he will make them in your righteousness. Blessed is the nation whose God is Lord. So today we declare that America is blessed. As President Trump has decided to rededicate this nation on May 17th to you, O Lord. So we invoke your name, your power, your mercy, your grace. We prayed James 1:5 over him, that you will always have the wisdom of God all the days of your life. I declare Psalm 91 over you, that you will be satisfied with long life. I declared that everything you touch, you will have the favor of God, according to Luke 2:52.
Yeah, why is she dialing it back?
Favored with both God and man.
Lawful
So let
Pencil
it be
sent
with
$5. Why doesn't Bob Lazar get the same treatment as Ed Snowden? Didn't they both reveal secrets about our government? Isn't that odd?
It is odd. I don't know too much about this Bob Lazar guy. I've been seeing his name pop up a lot recently. But I saw The Exorcist, the Catholic Exorcist kook was just on Tucker Carlson.
President Trump. And I pray over his household and his family. Not only do we secure his life and his calling and his
Yeah, you could tell she wants to.
he will have generational blessing over his family. For generation
Yes,
after
Lord.
generation. We'll call
Hold on, I'm going to get in it.
the Lord and be
Help me,
blessed.
Jesus!
We thank you
Help
for
me, Jewish God!
and our president. And
Am I doing this right?
everybody said, Amen.
Thank you. That was very lovely. Thank you, Paula. Thank you. Yes, God really loves me. And I think I'm going to heaven. Most famous man alive besides Jesus. Jesus has risen. Actual reenactment of Jesus rising from the grave to save our souls and harvest the Goyim. How dare you? Dude, swarthy Jesus. At least he's not blonde. Don't you dare mock the anointed. I know. Donald Trump's Passover statement.
It was an amazing period of to our wonderful Jewish American community and to Jews celebrating in Israel and around the world this week. I want to wish you a very happy Passover. Over 3,000 years ago, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob delivered the ancient Israelites out of slavery and brought them into the promised land. It was
Dude, this fake story, this fake origin story, the Exodus never happened. The Torah is mythical fiction. It's like the original, where did the persecution and the persecuted victimhood originate? These mythical stories from Exodus, from Purim, affirming their fake victimhood narrative history. Like Orwell says, you control the present, you control the past, you control the future. Getting everybody to believe this fake Exodus myth and them going into the being chosen and going into the Holy Land, the Promised Land. Everybody should push back on this, but who doesn't? The Christians and the Muslims. They affirm it. Yeah, not history. Our whole world is predicated on a Twilight Zone fake history of the Jews.
Amazing period of time, just like today we have an amazing period of time.
We're in biblical times back then, and with me today, I'm basically the new prophet, the new Moses. I predicted the Strait of Hormuz. You guys saw that, right? Bin Laden predicted. Basically a prophet and your king and the king of the kings and your new Jesus. We're in biblical times, folks. You know, Joe, the prophets say the world will end in the Middle East. You know that, right? Dude, this is so clown world. Through the prophecy is how they control you. We're in biblical times, folks. Alien disclosure, demons.
Promised land. It was an amazing period of time, just like today we have an amazing period of time. The journey started with faith in God's word, and it ended with a miraculous march through the Red Sea and an astounding exodus out of Egypt.
They marched through the Red Sea. Moses separated the water. Totally true, folks. Totally true. Avraham told, the people that believe in Avraham told me about it. It's in the book. It's got to be real, folks. You know the rules.
I read about it in a book.
Be anti-Semitic to say that the Exodus isn't real. Acknowledge the Exodus is real or you're anti-Semitic. Exodus denial is on par with Holocaust denial, folks, okay? We need these Jewish fairy tales to not be morally depraved pagans.
The world has never been the same. This week we recall this ancient proof of God's faithfulness and are reminded that with true faith, eternal hope, and the power of prayer,
a total copium, total hope, trust the plan.
Nothing can stop the people of God.
Nothing can stop the Jews. Nothing can stop the chosen people, not even the Goyim. Trust me, folks. Nobody's ever done it like the chosen people before, the people of God. This is crazy. Crazy.
And the power of prayer, nothing can stop the people of God. As Jewish families and loved ones gather together for Seder dinner, we ask that God will continue to watch over the Jewish people and that he may continue to preserve and protect the United States of America for generations to come.
Bless America for blessing the Jews. Curse us if they curse them.
Country is doing better than it has ever done. I am very happy to report. Happy Passover.
Dude. Imagine watching stuff like this every Christmas and every Easter and everything Trump does and Paula White and the whole fiasco and act like Christianity's not a psyop. Please. Do you think that our presidents of the most powerful country on earth would be acknowledging a fake Jewish history and saying nothing can stop the Jews, God's chosen people, if Christianity didn't exist? 0% chance. Look at this. Messianic apocalyptic schizos on all sides. They write, Iran on a drone launched at Israel writes, in memory of all the suffering Jesus Christ of the Holy Mary endured, and in hope for the day he returns alongside the promised Mahdi. Okay, we got Everybody deceived by the Moshiach deception, believing in these fake Torah prophecies, waging war on all sides, worshiping the same fake Jewish God. Man, it's such an issue. Okay, let's see this viral video. Joe Rogan tells Theo Vaughn to his face he's losing his fucking marbles during latest episode.
Politicians slurp on kids. All of our fucking money goes. It's all just a cat and mouse game. People are like, we'll elect the Democrats next time. It's like, but it's all the same shit has been happening forever. They haven't been helping anybody forever. They're letting fucking politicians slurp on kids. All of our fucking money goes to Israel and they're using it to fucking genocide people. It's like everybody is scared out of their wits right now. It's like our religious leaders are afraid to speak out. And it's like it's a time where it's like,
religious leaders afraid to the religious leaders are doing this, dude. What do you mean? They're not refusing to speak out. They're carrying it out. And then oh look, we're blaming Satan now. Yeah, dude, none of the religious people ever complain about Satan.
To speak out, and it's like it's a time where it's like Satan is amongst us and our religious leaders are fucking talking about bullshit at the poll. It's just like, what is going?
Dude, religious leaders are always blaming everything on Satan, dude. What do you mean? Christians aren't kvetching about everything is satanic enough for you?
I don't know, man.
We got to get you off those antidepressants, son. You're losing your fucking marbles.
You think I am?
Whoa, that's like really mean. He just has like a go off rant and Rogan. Dude, Rogan's saying all this same shit. Who are you to talk, Rogan? Maybe you need to get off the weed and edibles and DMT, your DMT brain. That's crazy. That's his response? Get off the antidepressants, you've lost your marbles?
Antidepressants, son. You're losing your fucking marbles.
You think I am?
Come hang out with us. Just chill out.
I'm here. It's all just a cat and mouse game. People are like, we'll elect the Democrats next time. It's like, but it's...
Having a mullet doesn't give you freedom to be a retard. That's funny. He wasn't happy on that. I don't even know what he said that was so crazy. That sounds like the same shit that every one of Joe Rogan's guests says. Oh, I agree with you about the slurping babies and the Christians not stopping the Satanists, but slow down there, buddy, about us giving all our money to Israel. That's crazy. It's messed up. Okay. What else do we got here? How many people? Oh, nobody ever watches on Friday. Everybody's ready for the weekend, huh? Nobody's watching on Friday. Oh, yeah, I might as well just shut it down. Shut it down. Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. Powerchat's not working for you, Edom? Oh, maybe that's not working for everybody. All right. I got so much moon stuff to go over. I can't do the angel orbs bullshit right now. I might just sit here in silence until we get a super chat. Dude, real depressing. It's real huge black pill the last few days to realize so many people are so susceptible to disinfo. Especially the Bible believers, the Bible brain drain. Chances are somebody believes in flat earth. They deny the moon landings. Huge chance they believe in the Bible.
Forget about it.
Welcome.
Tommy Robinson at the Zionist Organization of America conference. That's a good goy.
Welcome to the most important, the most Zionist event of the year. The Zionist Organization of America is the only active Jewish organization that has been leading the Zionist charge for nearly 130 years.
Wait a second. I want to see that guy again.
For nearly...
Bro, look at that.
130 years.
Whoa, you see that woman?
ZOA stands for the uncompromised truth.
Oh, sure.
The ZOA sends a powerful message that Jewish...
Everything we say is true, and anybody that disagrees is liars.
Israel is not something to apologize for.
You're fierce. You're lions.
Dude, how is it not every single weekend there's some new Jewish conference? Boomer music.
I'm not giving up without a fight, and I know the rest of you feel the same way too.
It's not an American issue. It's a Western civilization issue. We are fighting for our civilization, and it is an all-in battle.
Our civilization, he says. That's funny. Go ask the rabbis what they think about Edom being their civilization.
And has some really interesting rituals associated with it.
Hey, thank you, Pete.
Launches at Cape Canaveral.
Hey, Adam. Happy Friday.
Yeah, everybody's so schizo. It is blackpilling.
More schizo is really blackpilling. Walking over the cliff for Israel. Hope everyone has a great weekend.
Dude, yeah, I do hope you guys. I need a good weekend. I need to get off. We live in idiocracy. The Goyim are getting dumber. The abundance of low Goyim capital is astounding. Okay, let's do some European race excellence.
Sent $5 on Rumble.
No, dude, it's all fake. You're just fake occult Nazi Satanist, dude.
Emoji. Full moon emoji.
NASA has released new... Oh, thank you, Revolver.
357 and 2
It's crazy.
On Rumble. The amount of Faye and moon landing denial has been off the charts on X. The right wing has got to purge this. Lucas Gage had a good video on it.
In my feed, some of the only big accounts that are pushing back on all the kooky stuff is Lucas Gage and Devin Stacks.
Wonder if they're a Zionist group called Zog? That'd be fun.
Yeah, what would the real Zog acronym be? It'd be like Zionist of... Zionist on the Goyim. I don't know. NASA released new recap video of yesterday's Artemis launch. Of course, all the conspiracy guys, all the people that get everything else wrong and said Netanyahu is dead and it's all AI and that Trump was going to save us from World War III and we're trusting the plan on QAnon. It's funny how all of these people are now this time they think they're right about the moon landing.
The Artemis II crew is go for launch. Full send.
3, 2, 1. Booster ignition. And liftoff. The crew of Artemis II now bound for the moon. Humanity's next great voyage begins.
Amalegites Unite sent $20 on.
Nice.
I appreciate you, Adam. My daughter is turning 4 months and I bought my first home. This house is green-pilled. Hail the old gods.
So base. Thank you. Your 4-month-old is already green-pilled? That's amazing. Green pill him young. For sure. They already did the trans-lunar injection right here where they do a burn to get out of the Earth's orbit and then use that momentum and then get pulled in by the moon's gravity and then wrap back around, swing around, and make it back to Earth.
The point is the end game. The moon has now become the center, the focus of this mission.
Artemis II is the first step in a sustained presence off of planet Earth in deep space. And if we are successful in doing that, I think Artemis II becomes just that first little teeny tiny curb that we stepped up on this really long journey.
Dude, on the past missions in the 70s, we didn't have solar panels.
And this view on your screen, that is Earth in the center of your screen from the Orion spacecraft. Again, a camera mounted aboard the spacecraft's solar array wing, looking back at all of us.
Happy Ishtar, yeah.
On Rumble. Happy Ishtar.
Absolutely. Here we go. Here's another angle of the launch.
GLS, go for your left.
Great call out. The rocket is on its own. 4 brave explorers ready to ride the most powerful rocket NASA has ever launched.
I see people asking, oh, this is 9 minutes. I see people asking, yeah, this is the full thing, high quality. They go, why aren't they landing? Oh, if we could land before, why aren't they doing it now? We got all new factories, all new, brand new equipment. They have to test it. They have to test the life support. They have to test the new module. They have to test out the shit. Just like in the early Apollo and Gemini programs, they didn't go land people on first try. They flew around the moon the same way. They're going in 2 years, incremental little steps, testing the equipment.
NASA has ever launched. Sound suppression water is flowing.
15.
And here we go.
The way they blast the water, they didn't used to do this the water like that on the launch pad either.
25 engines lit. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Water cooled.
And liftoff. The crew of Artemis II.
They said it was really smooth. They said it was a smooth ride.
Voyage begins.
Okay, we'll speed up some.
Integrity, guidance converged, performance nominal.
That's when the first boosters dropped off.
Copy all, Stan.
We love our boosters, vaccine boosters.
Integrity, SM prime.
Rocket boosters. We're booster maxing.
2 minutes 45 seconds of mission elapsed time into the Artemis.
Copy.
Let's see.
Still far.
There's the separation. I want an explanation for what are all these glowing shit behind here? Is it stars in the background?
Nominal MECO, core stage separated.
Or what? Anybody have an idea what all these things are? I haven't seen if it was explained. All right, let's see what we got next.
Revolver 357N2 sent $5 on Rumble. We're getting some of the most fantastic pics and videos from this launch. There's an almost perfect shot of Earth that ground control was able to turn the ship for them to get.
Yeah, we're going to look at them right now. So this is the separation of Artemis II core storage separating from the upper stage and the Orion spacecraft carrying the astronauts.
Core stage. Standing by for confirmation of MECO and core stage separation.
We're going to need an explanation. If they're faking it, I don't know why they would fake all of these weird-looking specks. I guess it's got to be stars, and they're just, the camera's picking them up like crazy or something. Any ideas? Dude, my patience has run out for the people that just claim everything. I've seen the moon denier claims, and every one of them is so easily debunkable. How many times do you have to see these flat Earth Dave Weiss, flat Earth Dave tier type of grifters and charlatans and kooks? This Bart Sibrel guy. The Professor Dave video debunking Bart Sibrel, who's the #1 top moon landing expert and biggest one, been doing it the longest. He is such an obvious fraud. Such a fraud. Such a bullshit artist. Ice crystals, debris, ice or fluid reflecting unfiltered light. Okay. Here's a time lapse of her doing some of her stuff. Dude, she got her feet locked into something? Dude, they got a lot of shit going on in there. Owen Benjamin Copes have been good. I haven't seen any of them yet. Dude, the worst thing I saw, they're sharing around this video of it's or a picture. It's obviously AI of what looks like the rocket, and it's like it's a balloon that's been deflated, and people are sharing this. They're so stupid. Like it's real. People literally have no discernment, no ability to go fact check anything. They just believe every stupid thing that comes along on their timeline. And then they have the chutzpah, and they're the ones that are so obnoxious calling us stupid when they're sharing the stupidest shit. Okay, here's some of the photos. There was a huge full moon last night. Take the binoculars out there and look at it. You can see on the top, you could see the craters just with basic, not just like the color of the crater. You can actually see it's not a smooth. Oh, shoot, I'm so small here. Smooth and round. Here's the other one. High resolution. Look at this. You can see the tilt of the axis. And the northern lights up there, North Pole, and then down at the South Pole. Or actually, this would be the north, because this is Africa. This is like the northwest tip of Africa here, upside down. Even in darkness, we glow. This is the dark side, nighttime on Earth. And because it's a full moon, the reflection is super bright. Reflection from the moon glow. Okay, see? All right, now we have an explanation. I was talking to Matt Baker before we went live here, and he was asking like, why, if the sun, how is the whole Earth lit up if the sun is behind it? And I told him, I'm like, it's probably like an infrared camera, and they just added back in the colors. Or it's glowing. I literally called it. I said, it's the glowing from the moon glowing on the Earth. So this is what it looks like with one settings, and this is the exact same photo with the settings changed, picking up with their really good cameras, the dim glowing from the moon. They just turned up the exposure, I guess, some. Changed the settings. And this is what we're looking at. Northwest corner of Africa. You gotta love the thumbnail too, dude. Thumbnail's so funny. Moon-Mogging. Integrity makes its debut. Oh, this is when there's a camera on the solar wings, and this is when the solar wing extends out, and they film it. Solar panel wings. Maestro Man, are you serious? Dude, that's the other thing, is all these flat earthers, they're like coming in and saying, I'm dumb, and then they ask the dumbest questions. How would the sun be I shouldn't call you dumb. I should be nice. The education system is not all that great. People's minds have been really messed with, so I'm going to try to be nice to everybody. Slave to Liberty's here. What's up, Matt? Did you see the explanation? I was right. It was the glow from the moon, and they just turned the settings up, the exposure up. So what was the question? Maestro Man says, how would the sun be behind a planet that rotates? Bro. The spaceship is on the other side. The Earth is in between the spaceship and the sun. That's why it's behind it. It's behind the Earth relative to where the spaceship is and where you're looking. You can see the wobble of the wings going out. Okay, let's see. Oh, dude. Now we're going to get into some of the disinfo. Check out Candace.
We have a long-running beef on the... But here's my bone to pick with Matt Walsh. We have a long-running beef on the topic of NASA and moon landings because he thinks they happened.
A good way of getting things right is to be on the opposite side of Candace.
And listen, when the guys did it, it was fake and gay. I'm sorry, Matt, and it's time for you to admit it. It was just as bad. You just weren't alive for it, okay? Homies were on the moon making phone calls before the time of cell phones. Like, hey, what's up, Prez? It's me on the moon with the flag. No issues. First time we've ever flown this thing. Yeah.
So stupid. Is she thinks the debunk, the landing on the moon is impossible because we don't have radio waves and signals and antennas. If radio waves, cell phone works on Earth, why would it not work? If satellites work, so satellite can send signals, but we can't send it to the moon? Come on. Oh, you really believe that somebody made a wireless call? Oh, that's impossible. No, it's not.
No, we just got through the belt pretty easily. And until Matt Walsh accepts.
Dude, anybody still talking about the radiation belt hasn't taken 1 minute to go look into it and how it's possible and how much radiation people are actually exposed to.
That the mission in 69 was also fake and gay. I don't care. I can't defend you. Even if I fully agree with you about Gayle King, I won't. I literally cannot defend.
I love how these Christians will be like, the Bible's totally real. Jesus and all the miracles of the Bible and the book of Enoch and the fallen angels, that's all real with no proof at all besides an ancient book. But all the proof in the world and video and documentation and witnesses and tens of thousands of people involved in the program, that's all fake. Ancient Bible stories real, but it just shows you can give them all the evidence in the world and they'll still deny it, or you could have literally no evidence and they'll believe it.
And you. Okay, you must come to terms with the fact that NASA and space missions have always been this fake and gay. You just weren't alive for the original ones, and you need to learn the history of NASA, of the Apollo programs, which were occult and satanic. It was literally meant to be
satanic. It's everything satanic. Antichrist movement. See what this is the Bible brain. This is your brain on Jesus. This is why they believe in flat Earth. This is why they deny the moon landing, because it wrecks their biblical worldview. You like that?
And you need to learn the history of NASA, of the Apollo program.
Satanic.
Which were occult and satanic.
Satanic occult Nazis. Come on.
Literally meant to be an antichrist movement to make people believe in man. It's a fact.
Oh, we can't believe in ourselves. So when we make cell phones, are you believing in man? When you get in an airplane, are you believing in man? Is every technology believing in man? No, don't believe in man that actually can do science and technology. No, believe in your fictional Jewish fairy tale god. Satanic Nazi space Aryan flying saucers. If you want to go with Candace, get the fuck out of here. I don't want you around. If you think Candace is on point and we're wrong, we don't want you around.
I'm going to show you guys. It's like, you can look this up anywhere. Look up Jack Parsons and the Apollo program. They just wanted people to believe in scientific advancement. The guy who created
scientific advancement, not real. And then Tucker will say stuff like, oh, I think it's aliens gave us the technology. We could never do it. She's chimping out on NASA, yeah. The Parsons connection, highly exaggerated, crazy levels of exaggerated.
The Apollo program was this guy, Jack Parsons. Can you pull up this clip, Skylar? You know, this is from a podcast, A Science History Institute Museum and
it's from
Library.
some kooky nothing thing.
And you scroll down here.
So I guess you worked for Ben Shapiro, so we can just write off everything you've ever said or done, right? Can we do that?
And you, again, are probably going to have to make this bigger for my eyes, but at the top here.
Thunderstorm 9 sent $5 on Rumble. Nikola Tesla heard a signal bouncing off Mars in 1899.
Really?
You know, Jack Parsons was a brilliant rock.
Math is satanic, true, yeah. Engineering, physics, all satanic. All trying to trick you that reality is real and get you to not believe in the King of the Jews.
Scientist, but he lived a wild lifestyle with a devil may care attitude. He was pretty relaxed about safety and dabbled in drugs, occult practices, and sex cult rituals.
Oh my gosh.
Catch up with him though, and quite literally they were throwing these sex rituals, and he believed that he had summoned the devil, and the devil told him that he needed to create a moon child. Next thing you know, they're telling us we made it to the moon. I mean, you got to look into Jack Parsons and the origin.
All right, I just did. So everybody goes, oh, Jack Parsons, Google, ChatGPT. What does it say? Had no direct role in NASA. But he was a pioneer some of his work helped make NASA possible. He was a rocket engineer that had no direct role at NASA. All right? So some weirdo that worked on rockets. So I guess it's all fake, right? This has led to lots of myths and conspiracy theories tying him to NASA, but historically, his role is strictly early rocketry, not NASA operations. Not a NASA employee. Jeez.
Of NASA. I'm telling you, space has always been exceedingly fake and gay. It was fake and gay when the men did.
See, it's not even the moon landing's fake. Space is fake. I guess she believes in the flat earth and the firmament and fallen angels. God, it's so pathetic. This is the number one. People like this, and Benjamin, Stu Peters, all of them, they're creating millions of absolute knuckle-dragging, mouth-breathing, drooling retards. It's despicable. It's disgraceful.
Did it, and it's now fake and gay because the women did it. So go back and watch our NASA episode to learn more about the establishment of the Apollo program and why it's always been occult and satanic and about devil worship.
Oh, Apollo, it's a pagan devil god. Oh, a pagan science. It's so satanic. Dude, you just need to be on your knees bowing down to the King of the Jews here on earth, believing it's flat like the rabbis told you. Like, get the fuck out.
And about the Antichrist. It's just undeniable. It's like a part of history.
Just like undeniable. It's like just totally real. Just like, trust me.
Walsh, once again, until you say, Candace,
you're an embarrassment. Right. You're a retard.
Space is not real.
You probably didn't graduate high school math, and you're telling us the space is fake.
With little astronaut figurines, and I can't let it go because a little boy in me doesn't want to say no.
Oh, just your little boy. You just don't believe in Jesus because of daddy issues. Dude, she's the worst. All right, here's another one. Here's the next debunk. Look at this. Health Ranger and, unfortunately, my friend High Impact Flicks. To total transparency, very disappointed in High Impact Flicks and his boomer moon landing denying kookery. Look at this. Let me get this straight. They're going to go all the way to the moon and back without even trying to rescue the camera crew they left up there back in the 60s? Her. I said, you can't be serious. There's no camera crew to rescue. They had the tilt calculated, and they controlled it from Earth, factoring in the delay, timed with the launch. High Impact says, come on, brother. You know it was tongue-in-cheek. No, I don't know that. So if you know there was no cameraman on the moon that they left, why would you? It makes the joke not funny. There was no cameraman left, so it's not funny if you say it. I love how it's like the tilt. Oh my God, a camera tilted? We didn't have that technology. They're creating like massive rockets that explode huge fireballs and send people up into the air. But the tilt of a camera, explain that, Goyam. Yeah, trusting Candace is an IQ test, right? So look at this. This is 250,000 views, 2.4 thousand likes. This is the lunar module taking off with the astronauts inside, being photographed by the rover who still had some battery left that can send the transmission back to Earth of the recording, timed with the launch to do a tilt-up. Not that difficult. Given everything else that they're doing, not that difficult.
Stage pushed. Mission arm is destined. Okay, I'm going to get the pro. 99, proceeded. 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Right away, Houston. Vector grid. Ag thought. Pitch over. Roger, you have good thrust. Okay, 30 seconds. 308 your number. Okay, coming through 1,500 feet, and H-dot looks good.
And then they have to steer it to line up and connect with the, I guess, the lunar orbiter. 2 people in the lunar lander, 1 guy in the orbiter. I heard something like they go around 30 times. You know that there was astronauts on Earth for 3 days total on Apollo 17, I think it was. A remote, it's program initiated locally. Either one, it's easily explainable. It's from the rover. Yeah, recorded from the rover, which has an antenna and a signal and can send shit. Yeah, I agree, Jake Holiday. Destabilizing propaganda from foreign nations should be treated the same as physical attacks. I agree. So you guys ready for the debunk? Here's 3 minutes of Professor Dave debunking the moon landing denial of that clip.
One of my favorite films is the film of the lunar module leaving the moon. When it leaves, when the camera pans, and let's show it. Let's show what year was that? Which
I think that was one of the last missions. And I think you're talking about where the camera perfectly tilts.
Maxed Out Bear sent $10 on Rumble.
I don't care, dude. You telling me that you don't agree just makes me think you're retarded, dude. Go back to the bear cult if that's how you're going to be. You donate to me all the time.
Did you believe in COVID and or take any jabs?
Yeah, I believe in viruses. Yes. No, I didn't take any of the jabs. I didn't think it was worth it, dude. And then you always do that. Oh, I bet you wore a mask. I bet you got boosted and vaxxed. Total bear cut. You see, most people online, they go, oh, lots of people believe in Jesus. I'll shill Jesus. Lots of people believe in the fake moon landing. I'll shill that. Oh, Charlie Kirk conspiracies are really viral. I'll post about that. Like the clout game online, gaining a lot of followers online, the easiest way to do that is to pander and tell everybody what they want to hear while offending the least amount of people. Okay? That's the strategy. I'm not going to do that. I will berate somebody that donates to me all the time and telling me you disagree. Like, it just makes me think less of you. You think the Earth's flat too, Maxed Out Bear? You believe, Owen Benjamin, that the Earth's flat and you can't go to Antarctica and there's no 24-hour sun?
Garrett
oh my God!
The shadows were divergent, proving a local light.
I feel like Nick Fuentes right now.
Wire harnesses and the light glinted off the wires, and you could see them being pulled off their knees when they fell. There is clear CGI objects disappearing on the ISS.
No, there's not. The angles of the lighting is completely debunked in this Professor Dave video. It's been debunked for years.
Of the conspiracy? Isn't it just a distraction from real problems?
There's no explanation. None of it makes sense to be a conspiracy at all.
Garrett sent $5. The shadows were divergent, proving a local light source. The astronauts had wire harnesses and the light glinted.
No, we already played that. No, they didn't. That's all debunked. Look, it's been debunked for years, dude. Have you never looked up these debunks? Like, imagine taking this guy seriously. This guy is a grifting charlatan fraud. Bart Sibrel. Total kook. You should go see the full 4 hours of Professor Dave analyzing this guy. If you can't detect that he's a fraud within the first 20 minutes, there's something seriously wrong with you.
tilts up with the little model going up.
Yes.
And, of course, with the delay, how could you synchronize that? Of course, you couldn't.
Well, you could.
You couldn't.
It's 4 seconds, right?
Couldn't synchronize a delay. That's impossible. Like, you are an idiot. Even Rogan knows that's retarded.
It's just like it's radio waves.
Well, but it'd probably be more than that going through all the analog equipment.
Right, but you could time it. You could say you could have a 5-second delay. So this is
Dude.
This is it.
Oh, it's got to go through the analog equipment. Dude, you factor that in the calculation also. It's not hard to test how long it takes a signal to go. See, already, dude, when you watch this guy say the million stupid things and every claim is easily debunked and retarded, how many times does that have to happen before you realize that there's grifting, lying frauds on the internet that make a living off of lying to stupid people?
So this is launching off the. Watch this.
And it's perfectly tilting up with it in real time.
It's just
with the remote control from NASA with the radio delay that I suspect would be more like 12 seconds.
This is from Apollo 17. The pan settings are preset, the launch acceleration is already known, and since it's a near vacuum, this is a one-dimensional kinematics problem that is trivial to solve. It's easy to program the camera to do that. And then Bart pulls a 12-second delay out of his ass. Earlier he said it was 4, now 12? It's 2.5 seconds for the round trip, and it also doesn't matter. The pan was preset.
Garrett
Also,
sent
this was the
$5
third.
Buzz, and Michael couldn't remember if
Dude, no.
visible.
Dude,
Lamau.
every one of these claims is debunked, and taking them out of context or misrepresenting what they say, dude. Enough with they admitted it's the greatest conspiracy ever, but this NASA admitted they destroyed the technology. We're getting into that lie next. Dude, Garrett, have you never looked into how easily these are all debunked before?
Third try. Apollos 15 and 16 did the same thing, and the module got out of frame. Third try's a charm, right, boneheads?
The thing looking.
Oh, it's so perfectly. They tried to do it on the 2 launches before this and didn't get it right.
So goofy. It's so crazy. Like that thing is supposed to get off 1/6 Earth's gravity and fly like that. How? What's it doing? It looks so fucking fake. It looks like it's being pulled by strings. Look, it might be real. I'm certainly not an astronaut. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yes, you don't know what you're talking about. You say this shit a lot. You make an argument from incredulity, acknowledge that you have no fucking idea what you're talking about, and then immediately return to the incredulity. Vacuum projectile motion looks fake to you because you're not used to seeing it literally ever. Our brains establish and project patterns. You see things moving around in Earth's atmosphere. There isn't one there. That's why it looks fake to you. What about this specifically is surprising to you, Joe? The lunar module is very light by design, the ascent stage being only 4,700 kilos, and it's experiencing 16% of Earth's gravity. You can calculate the force needed to hover. The mass we just said times acceleration due to gravity, 1.62 meters per second squared. You get 7,600 newtons. That's not a lot. The module engine was designed to generate 15,600 newtons of force, obviously because it...
See, already, are any of the moon landing deniers going to debunk this? They couldn't even do this math if they tried. Surfwaffen says every denier has TikTok brain and won't watch long-form content. Is that what it is? I remember Owen Benjamin saying he's promoted Flat Earth Dave. He's shilled Flat Earth for years. He goes to Flat Earth convention. And then we're like, have you never seen Professor Dave do a debunk on Flat Earthers? He never watched one video of the #1 debunker on YouTube. That is despicable. That is disgraceful.
It's now sounding like Devin Stack's proposal to reopen the psyche wards for these people pushing these mentally ill ideas is not such a bad idea. Schizo removal program.
Yeah, I don't think they need to be locked up. I think the people that sell this and profit off lying to people should be held responsible.
Can't hover, it has to accelerate upwards to get back to the command module. But it's not a problem. Low gravity plus no atmosphere means it's about 20 times easier to escape the moon than the Earth.
That's leaving a planet? How's it leaving? Is that some new space technology? Where's the fire coming out of the bottom of it? How's it doing that? I mean, it just looks fake. It might be real. It might be one of those things that is real but looks fake.
However you want to phrase it, Joe, that shit ain't fake.
Here it goes. It detaches. It's like
just laughing at something. That's the argument.
Module leaving the moon to rendezvous with the command module, Joe. What did you think it should look like? Should it look like a rocket leaving Earth because that's what you're used to seeing? Well, no, it fucking shouldn't look like that since it's not that.
See, they
Thunderstorm 9 sent $5 on Rumble. Jack Parsons gals at 53 solid rocket propellant used asphalt-based binders mixed with potassium perchlorate to create reliable storage.
You see how Candace goes, oh, look into him. It's all satanic and antichrist because this guy did some moon dance or something. It's like he didn't even have anything to do with NASA. Did not work for NASA. See what I'm saying? All right. Okay, you guys ready for the next lie? Look, Health Ranger, when NASA is going back and pick up the corpse from the Apollo mission, these guys think they're funny too. This is so cringe and nothing funny at all. Oh yeah, they left somebody on the moon because the idea of a tilting camera is just impossible. Dude, cope, seethe and cope. All right. But hey, bro, read the Bible. Even Werner von Braun said there's a firmament. No, he didn't. They put on his gravestone a verse that is related to his field of work. That's all that happened. He never said there's a firmament. These people, dude, so much retardation. All right, here's some more. I got into it with Zach Voorhees. He's the Google whistleblower who believed in QAnon and endorsed Laura Loomer for Congress. Sharing this total kook account, MJ Truth. Look, this is a guy from... Oh, and you know who else shared this too? RT. Soviet Russia Today propaganda. Seething that... Thank you, Honeybee. Thank you.
Enjoy the weekend.
Thank you. You too. RT promoting out-of-context moon landing conspiracy clips.
If it is so easy to debunk, instead of having an aneurysm, just calmly explain why they couldn't remember if there were stars. If you can without cortisol maxing.
RT promoting out-of-context clips to promote moon landing denial conspiracies because they're seething America is space-mogging them again. Russians getting moon-mogged. So in the past, they've promoted, and maybe still now, they promoted all this bullshit to undermine and to hate and to sow doubt and confusion and mental illness. That's why RT is promoting this bullshit out of context clip here.
Asked for and look for.
So this is a guy on the way to the moon right now speaking. Listen.
It might land wrong, but I'm going to try anyway. This is the first time we're going to send humans to the moon, and we're going to have humans in low Earth orbit. That is awesome. Like, we should, as humanity...
They usually cut it right there. Oh my God, he just admitted it, guys. At the press conference in front of the whole world, he just admitted NASA's never been to the moon. This is the first time. And RT shares this slop. And Google whistleblower thinks this is compelling. He's convinced by this.
We should take a brief moment to go, that's awesome. One of the things that we most asked for and look forward to is we are going to do a crew conference between Integrity and the International Space Station, the crew that's up there. And it might land wrong, but I'm going to try anyway. This is the first time we're going to send humans to the moon, and we're going to have humans in low Earth orbit.
Okay, not the first time we've had people on the moon. No, Zach. No, RT, which they should know better than this.
Thunderstorm 9 sent $5 on Rumble. In simple terms, Jack Parsons creates stable fuel for long storage.
Sure. So there's some weirdo genius that did some rocket thing that contributed to the advancement of rockets. Okay. Oh, all of NASA is satanic, I guess. They don't have Jesus on their patch. They have a pagan Roman god. So they're obviously evil and demonic, right? The first time we've had people on the moon and at the space station. That's what he's saying. Not that we've never had anybody on the moon, and that doesn't stop so many kooks from sharing this video around.
That's awesome. Like, we should, as humanity, we should take a brief moment to go, that's awesome. One of the things that we most asked for and look forward to is we are going to do a crew conference between Integrity and the International Space Station, the crew that's up there. And it might land wrong, but I'm going to try anyway.
I want to see what are the 2,000 likes. Yeah, Russia right now. I'm not jealous at all. Yeah, the last one they tried to send, their last rocket blew up on the launch pad, and now they're just seething. Here's the other one that they lie about too. We're going to do this one next. Okay, so there's first lie. First time. Look, dude, Zach just getting mogged here, by the way. Do better, dude. You're getting ratioed 2-to-1 on this mental illness. First time we're going to send humans to the moon. Oh, Dad. Yeah, dude, the big, huge NASA secret. He just accidentally revealed it at the press conference, recorded for the whole world. No, he's saying, Zach, first time they've been on the moon and in low Earth orbit so they can communicate with one another, like he just said. Imagine sharing this and thinking this is an own, dude. Sad. Really sad. And then he says, and then he shares this one.
The problem is we don't have the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back. The moon.
It's a painful process to build it back, expensive process to build it back up.
Loves your intro music. Happy Easter.
Thank you, Pat. It's called Radio Signals. Okay, sorry, hold on. Thank you for that, Patty.
Revolver 357N2 sent $5 on Rumble. Werner von Braun was the man that broke the firmament myth and took man to the heavens. Putting Psalms 19.1 on his tombstone was to symbolize his breaking the Jew myth.
Super bass, super bass. That's a better explanation. You're right.
Stroyerb sent $5 on Rumble. Anything that's white and Western they say is satanic and demonic, paganism, space travel, etc. If it's not worshipping a desert religion and living in squalor religions, it's moose.
Yeah. It's not bowing down to the King of the Jews and praying for the apocalypse. It's satanic to these people. All right, so I'm sure you've all seen this. This is the most popular supposed proof that we've never been to the moon, right? Of course, this NASA astronaut just accidentally revealed that, or said that we have no technology. We destroyed it all. We'll never go back. And then people are like, oh, we never had it. That's why. That's their cope. So fucking stupid, dude. So stupid. Look at this. Ratioed again. 14. Why do you guys do this to yourselves? You don't have to embarrass yourself like this. You don't have to put yourself through this. He says, did this aerospace agency, quote unquote, lose the technology? I said, no, they didn't lose the tech. That's another example of people intentionally taking NASA guy out of context. And then he shares the video that I already said is out of context. And then he goes, did not have Nordic guy defending NASA lies on my bingo card today. 14 likes, ratioed again. Don Pettit, NASA astronaut, in his 2016 interview, he's describing how NASA scrapped the Apollo-era Saturn V production lines, tooling, and specialized factories after the program ended. Not lost the blueprints, which are archived, but deliberately dismantled the industrial capability. Rebuilding it exactly would be expensive and slow. And there's new technology now, and they since have rebuilt the factories and rebuilt the equipment, and that's why we're going back to the moon now. Okay. That's the context, and it makes perfect sense. They stopped funding the program. The material and equipment and technology became obsolete. The funding got cut. People The company shut down. It's just like saying Ford destroyed the technology to build the 1960s Ford Mustang. Like, obviously, they still have all the same technology and they could rebuild it all. It just would take a lot of time and money, which we've done since 2016. Look at this. Destroyed technology, because we forgot how to make rocket fuel and bending metal into shape. No, they didn't, obviously, and he just refuted himself. Your argument is they destroyed the technology, and I'm saying, no, they didn't. They just don't have the technology and the factories anymore. Okay, if we still know how to build rocket fuel and engines, then how did we destroy the technology? Oh my God, dude. What other retarded stuff do you believe? He says, dude. And then Rob Dew. Alex Jones is promoting this bullshit too. That's another way you know it's bullshit. Rob Dew. I didn't realize Rob Dew was so retarded. I didn't realize InfoWars were moon landing deniers. He literally said they lost all the data. It's too painful of a process to get it back. And he didn't say data. These people are, dude. No, NASA is not to deceive in Hebrew. That's a different word, nasha. All right, let me pull up the rest of what I got here. I got so much, so many more. All the people doing this kook stuff too, all call it satanic. That's how you know it's real and just Christian Bible brains kvetching. Oh, check this one out. Okay. Awful quiet today, guys. Awful quiet. Dude, I love seeing all these people these influencers that are sharing this anti-white NASA bullshit, anti-European. Good luck debunking water. Dude, it's funny how all the flat earth deniers, or flat earthers and moon landing deniers are also like unhinged. Unhinged, obnoxious, ignorant. Look, NASA is not a space agency. It's a reptilian-controlled organization operating as one of the largest ritualistic propaganda machines on the planet. Yeah, dude, that sounds legit. NASA protects the illusion that space even exists. Yeah, dude, all the stars, the sun, the moon, it's all fake, dude. Comets we see flying by, shooting stars, asteroids, all fake, dude. Just trying to cover up that Jesus is the king. You're Goyim and you need to bow down to him. Reptilian, ritualistic. And this guy, I'm glad everybody's seen this guy's dragging this guy over the coals. Soul Bra, who I've never followed, but I've seen before. Bingo. Total retard, dude. Totally retarded.
As you all know, there is so much division. As you all know, there is so much division at home right now. What is it?
Here's some globalism.
What message do you want to send to the American people about what you're saying out that window?
Well, the first thing I would say is...
They're like, that one's for you. We need you to answer that one.
Trust us, you look amazing. You look beautiful. And from up here, you also look like one thing. You know, Homo sapiens is all of us, no matter where you're from or you know, what you look like. We're all one people. And so, you know, this mission, one of the things that's amazing about being around and just being an astronaut serving our countries at this time is that we get to give ourselves a mission that we can hold on to say, hey, look at what we did for the rest of our lives. We call amazing things that humans do moonshots for a reason, because this brought us together and showed us what we can do when we not just putting our differences aside, when we bring our differences together and use all the strengths to accomplish something great. And so this mission will give us one of those that we all can remember and hold on to for the rest of our days. And I hope people will tune in and give us a chance.
Look at this. Sky News reporter says the Apollo missions was all white men. It was too white supremacists.
Yeah, and they are going for all humanity this time, Apollo was all...
Oh, it wasn't for all of humanity. It was only for white people last time. I'll take it. Oh, dude, look at Power of Time. Adam Green thinks his grandpa was a monkey slinging shit. Yeah, my grandpa, dude. Totally. My grandpa was a monkey, man. You got me. Totally owned. Good one.
Yeah, and they are going for all humanity this time, Apollo was all white men, and this time it's not. And I think that really speaks volumes for the journey that NASA has been on. And this is a much more representative crew.
A 50-year-long journey?
Emotional about that. Yeah, and they are going for
Oh, my God. Humanity. What a cuck. What a cuck.
You can just be like, girl power, and that's awesome. It is a big question, and I want to highlight, I guess, maybe one facet of this is the tension, I call it. I live in this, this dichotomy between happiness that a young woman can look at Christina and just physicalize her passion or her interest, or even if it's not something she wants to do, she can just be like, girl power, and that's awesome. And that young brown boys and girls can look at me and go, hey, he looks like me and he's doing what? And that's great. I love that. But I also hope we are pushing the other direction, that one day we don't have to talk about these first, that one day this is just, and I listen to this, that this is the human history. It's about human history. It's the story of humanity, not black history, not women's history, but that it becomes human history. It is
not the worst answer in the world. Better than seething. The girl fixed the toilet. They put her in charge of fixing the toilet.
I heard that there was a little bit of an issue with the toilet. Which one of you was the plumber?
I'll take that one. I'm the space plumber. I'm proud to call myself the space plumber. I like to say that it is probably the most important piece of equipment on board. So we were all breathing a sigh of relief when it turned out to be just fine. It was just an issue, I think, of sitting for a long time and needing a little time to warm up, a priming issue. But we did originally think that there could have been potentially something fouling up the motor. And luckily, we are all systems go.
I heard that there was a little...
Somebody dropped the big one after that launch and really stopped it up. Okay, this is the most... This has got to be bots. People can't be this stupid, guys. A woman plumber, that's unrealistic. Yeah, now I'm suspicious. She will come back and do Roto-Rooter commercials. Yeah. She'll do Drano. The new Drano sponsor. Look at this. Not sure if NASA will ever recover from this photo being leaked. 5.6 million views, 18,000 likes. I hope everybody's liking that because they think it's funny, but I'm seeing people share this around and include it in their TikTok videos as if it's real. 100% Kremlin bots. Gravity Drano. They're sharing, dude. There's people dumb enough out there that see this video and think, oh, it's a hoax because it's actually a balloon blown up and it's not real. Yeah, obviously AI. If we go through the comments here, are there going to be people seriously doing this? Hollywood again? Look, Russian account. There you go.
Pete Rules 247 sent $5 on Rumble. Wait for the nuts to start commenting on how her hair moves.
Oh, yeah, they're going to do every little thing in the world. Yeah, nothing is real except Rabbi Jesus, Hawkshred, exactly. It's funny how we're saying this is Russian language, right? We got Russian bots. Hollywood? Should have tried BlueChew. That's funny. That's good. NASA means to deceive. Look, they're deceiving you. It's really a balloon. 59,000 followers? Support Trump no matter what. Q Patriot. Come on, dude. See? Garrett, maxed out Barrett, do you want to be on our side with the rational people, or do you want to be with the Q Patriots and inflatable spaceships? How much more evidence do you need? Space Fs will never leave the embrace of NASA fantasy. Who are all these people? Okay. Grower, not a shower. Okay, a lot of these likes are just people laughing at how stupid everybody is, I think.
About this is that what really fascinates me about this is that you, in a few days, will become the first humans to travel the farthest in space, more than anybody else has ever done.
It took. I agree with Devin and Gage. We need to put all the flarefs into labor camps.
No, they just need to be shamed and mocked, and more people need to speak out against the big influencers that are perpetuating this. All these people wouldn't believe this stuff if they weren't being fed the bullshit. Like, there's grifters online that do clickbait to try to trick people. They make up lies to try to dupe people, and then vulnerable people fall for it. So what we got to do is hold these liars that are tricking people, these wizards, accountable. Ostracize them, mock them, shame them, shun them. I think that's the way. We can't let the retards run the asylum.
It took us a long time to get back here, and now we're about to exceed that. Is that a moment of pride? Is it a moment of history? How do we feel about that?
It's great you brought that up. We were aware that we would pass that milestone if we happened to launch on this date. There were other days where we wouldn't have necessarily. So we are not necessarily a crew that lives on superlatives, but it is a milestone that's important. It's important that people can understand and wrap their heads around what is the latest in what we're doing. What does this mean relative to what we've done in the past? What are we going to be pushing for into the future? We think that the journey that we've been on and all of our teams have been on with us is so much more than just one number. But we also hope that that number just keeps being exceeded and exceeded by the future crews. That's why we're here, to build a legacy for the future.
Disappointed in Anomaly too. I'm like losing respect for a lot of people that I didn't realize lack such discernment. He says, "Don't worry, folks. April Fools. It's all fake." Oh, but Jesus is real, Anomaly? You think there's better evidence for Jesus being real than space exploration? They're just pretending to manufacture patriotism for the Iran war, really? You think that's what it is? It's just distracting from the Epstein files. They haven't had this planned and building all this shit for years. No, they just threw it together, the whole deception for the Iran war, please.
And NASA retardation, which you are ignoring BTW, and not fall for inflatable retardation or demonic retardation. It's not a team sport. My allegiance is to logic.
All right, well, we'll ask you some more questions about the logic. Don't worry, it's all fake. I'm glad you only got 200 likes with this slop anomaly. Happy to see it. Let's check out Amanda Grace, her take on it. Uh-oh. We got a teaching prophecy, rescuing animals, sharing the gospel, Bible quote in bio, red flag. Let's see her take. Her take on the moon launch.
Shortly. Hello, everyone. Amanda Grace here. So something is going on. Today is April 1st, the first.
Zorn Dare Edom sent $5.
Hey, it's working.
Figured out the 2FA BS. Adam, I've been pretty upset with you lately. I stand by those grievances. Decided you're sincerely just naive or ignorant of some subjects. Forgivable, not excusable. Still great pro-pagan content. Appreciate it.
I'm disappointed in you lately, Edom. And you should take that to heart, okay? Got me?
Today is April 1st, the first day of Passover. And at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida, there is this long...
Thunderstorm 9 sent $5 on Rumble. Factoid: the first shuttle was designed in National Socialist Germany by an aerospace engineer Eugene Sanger and his wife physicist Irene Bredt in the late 30s.
I did not know that. Space shuttle, huh? Those blimps that they did were pretty cool. We got to bring those back.
Center in Florida. There is this
Artemis program started in 17. Yeah, they planned the Iran war. All of this, billions of dollars just to distract from the Iran war, as if it makes any. It's as if people are like, "Oh, dude, the moon is so sick. I'm all for Israel now. Oh my God, I love Israel and want Iran to be destroyed now because the moon." Like it's such a non sequitur too. Shun, shun, shun. Shame. Yeah, we need to shame. Name and shame. Got to name and shame all of these moon landing deniers.
launch that's about to occur of a spaceship called Artemis II, and it's taking place shortly. Now, in ancient Greek culture and mythology, Artemis was the goddess of hunting, the wilderness, wild animals, and transitions. Hunting, like the hunter shall become the hunted type of thing.
That's a QAnon saying. Trump posted it. The hunted becomes the hunter. Dude, what a stretch. Artemis is the sister of Apollo, daughter of Zeus. That's why they named it that. Bruh, I can't believe this. This crazy kooky woman. I teach prophecy, and actually it means QAnon's real.
Well, it's a 10-day mission, this space mission, and it's interesting they're doing it on the first day of Passover, and there are 10 plagues exacted on Egypt before Passover, and the worship of this false goddess Artemis extended from Greece to parts of Egypt. And now the first day of Passover, NASA is launching a space shuttle named after a false goddess that has to do with hunting and transitions that extended this worship into Egypt, and we don't think something is on the move in the spirit and gates are attempting to be opened on Passover. There are astronauts in this space shuttle being loaded. I don't like the looks of this. I don't like the feel of this.
Oh, I love how it's the wine moms. This doesn't feel right. This is suspicious. This is giving me a bad vibe. I think this is fake and they're all actors and it's on a soundstage. We got to listen to this Yenta kvetch about Artemis. Yes, we do. We do. We're observing the Bible brain drain. Candace coded, yeah. Nancy Drew back at it.
They are attempting to align something and open gates on Passover.
Open gates, yeah. We're opening portals on Passover.
I think it's because all the Christians are angry at the fact that they named the ships after pagan gods.
Yeah. I love how we have like the days of the week. Artemis was the constellation Orion, the hunter.
Artemis was the constellation Orion.
Yeah.
The hunter.
Well, they have it named Orion too, as the capsule, right? The module.
Wilhelm 8 sent $5 on Rumble. Hey,
Thank you, William.
Hello, Star. I smile. I like the pagan names and all. I guess it's a nice treat. Hugging face emoji, sun emoji, especially the Christ cucks seething over
It just shows how Christians hold us back. It's a perfect example of Christianity holding people back.
Freedom sent $5 loving the moon content and fully on board with calling out these dunce clowns.
Oh,
pushing
good.
Moon landing denial. Just massive humiliation con job on pagans. Defend European and white culture. Crush the illogical superstitious imbeciles.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you.
Because across
She sounds like Joan Rivers. She does. Oh, I won't be able to ignore that.
all you see is Artemis, 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 when it should be Almighty God, Almighty God, Almighty God, who was the deliverer of his people.
Dude, we gotta have a picture of Jesus on the ship and on the patches. I'm gonna make an AI and put Jesus and say it should be named the Jesus Mission. I'm gonna make that right now. Yeah. Hey, you want to get everybody to believe in the moon landing? Put Jesus on the ship. Put Jesus on the rocket and they'll believe it. That's so great.
The bondage, paganism, and slavery of Egypt. So watch this situation
Paganism.
with this space shuttle, what NASA is doing.
Thunderstorm
and now
9 sent $5 on Rumble. I don't understand how science is a stretch, but zombies walking around Canaan in the Bible is real.
It's so crazy. All the evidence in the world for the moon landing in space, they deny it, but then they believe the Bible when there's no evidence at all for it. It's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
they're attempting to put something up on a high place, a shuttle, on the first day of Passover. Be the watchman right now with this. Be the
watchman.
Keep the faith.
Keep the faith, Goy. Ark of Grace Ministries. All right, perfect example. Perfect example. I love it. See, this is the problem with Christianity. This is the problem with Bible brain drain. The majority of these people that deny everything are Christians. There's something wrong with their brains. There's a flaw. Wine mommies. Yeah. Hey, it's curving because of the firmament. They can't leave Earth. That's why they build bunkers. Okay, dude. Yeah. This is cool, though. View from airplane of it launching. Let's turn this down a bit.
That is epic. Oh my gosh. And they are out of their minds right now. It's scary.
Abrahamic mind virus, yeah. The loons gravitate it, and then it makes people loony also.
That is epic.
Okay. Time lapse of the trans-lunar injection burn officially putting the crew on the course for the moon.
Integrity, good engine, good control.
We show the same. Feels great up here.
Integrity looks like a good burn. We're confirming. Integrity, good engine, good control.
We show the same. Feels great up here.
Integrity looks like a good burn. We're confirming. Integrity, good engine, good control.
Space. They have no refrigerator, no.
Thank you, Trey. Thank you for all the clipping, too.
Artemis II. Hail Apollo.
Yes.
Hail our people.
Yes. Yes. And this is why the Christians hate it so much. Seething anti-science, superstitious kooks, seething, getting moon-mogged.
What will it be like for the
Thank you,
Artemis
Trey.
II crew in
And really appreciate all the clipping. They're gonna start doing better one day, I hope. The PSYOP is a full go, confirmed, clear for PSYOP.
Kemsu
Yes, thank you, Kemsui.
Mythicist position is the perfect litmus test, and you have the perfect blend of understanding of the issue of Jewish influence, not being scared like academics. You fill a special void that is only possible with understanding the JQ and the CQ issue.
I agree. Unfortunately, that makes you very, very niche and ostracized and hated by an abundance of low IQ goyim, unfortunately.
What will it be like for the Artemis II crew in space? They have no refrigerator, no oven, no microwave on board, and yet they have to balance calorie needs, hydration, and nutrient intake with taste preferences. So, what do they eat on board? Well, NASA says it all has to be shelf-stable, easy to prepare, and get this, minimize crumbs. So take a look. They still have 3 meals a day, 2 flavored drinks, which can include coffee. It's all ready to...
Sorry, black astronaut. No fried chicken. Can't have your crumbs. Crumbing up the materials. Okay, just a joke. No watermelon. Can't have loose seeds flying around. Just jokes. Just kidding.
Eat and either rehydratable or heated on a compact briefcase-style warmer. Green tea, smoothies, lemonade, those are among the drink options. Tortillas, wheat bread, quiche, sausage, barbecued beef brisket, and cookies are some of the food selections. And there are 5 different hot sauces flying with the crew. Sleeping bags are on board and can be hung in different places throughout the cabin to maximize space, and they have armholes so the crew can use their tablets before they go to sleep. They're awoken each day by a wake-up song selected by Mission Control or friends and family of the crew, a tradition that goes back to the Apollo program. Orion will carry a bunch of mementos, including some of your names. An SD card with more than 5 million names is on board as part of the Send Your Name to Space campaign. Do you even lift, bro? It can be really hard to work out without gravity, but without it, zero-G can contribute to bone density and muscle mass loss. So astronauts have to exercise 30 minutes a day on a flywheel device. It's the size of an extra-large shoebox, but it functions like a rowing machine.
Yeah, no smoking Newports in the capsule. Sorry.
They can row, do
Such
curls,
stupid
deadlifts,
jokes.
squats, and calf raises. You know how noisy it is to be on an airplane. Now imagine being on a rocket weighing...
Yeah, cookies have crumbs. Right, good point. No, they're really moist cookies.
5.7 million pounds at liftoff, moving at nearly 5 miles a second. That's fast enough to fly across some 70 football fields end to end in a second. Well, NASA has a hack for that. They have acoustic blankets in the cabin.
Rumble. It was the hot sauces that wrecked the
Yeah.
plumbing.
Yeah, it was the Carolina hot sauce. That's who blew up the toilet on day 1.
To reduce reverberation, and there's noise dampening foam inside the hygiene bay, aka bathroom, to suppress noise when they use the universal waste management system, aka toilet. And astronauts have noise canceling earbuds and over-the-ear headsets.
Wait till you guys see this, dude. This is gonna be big.
Really identical to the one flying on the International Space Station, and this is an improvement. Astronauts on Mercury, Gemini, and Apollo didn't have toilets. They urinated into diapers and bags and brought their solid waste mixed with bacteria in bags back home.
Bags?
This toilet essentially
Like dogs?
looks like a vacuum. It's got a fan at the bottom to pull fluid and solid waste away from the body and into containers. If it
Patty
breaks,
sent
well...
$10. Did they fix the Indian toilet yet?
Dude, that joke yesterday, I forgot who made it, but the Indians contributed with the septic module had me dying, laughing so hard. Maybe it's not that funny, but it was funny in the moment.
They're their own plumbers up there. And if they can't fix it, they use collapsible urinals, which sends the urine overboard. Fecal matter would also go into a bag and placed in a canister. Astronauts still can't shower in space, but use liquid soap, water, and rinseless shampoo to stay clean.
Okay, guys, I'm going to post this. How funny is this going to be? Hey, I found a way to get all the Goyim to believe in the moon landing right here. Ready? Boom. Jesus ascending. Mission to the moon. Dude, this would get the Christians to believe it. Dude, this is how it would be. If we weren't run by Satanists, this is what NASA would look like. How's this meme going to go? What should the caption be? The only way to get the Goyim to believe in the moon landing. Gravity Jesus. There you go. All right, help me with the caption. We're going to do a caption. We're posting. I love live posting. Say, maybe for the caption, I'll say, if we weren't run by demonic pagan Satanist, he has risen. He has risen is good. Slingshot Jesus. Yeah, mission. church mission, evangelical mission, ascension. I know, Jesus ascending. The only way to persuade Christian moon landing deniers NASA is real. Is that good? Returning to heaven. That's a good mission. That's a good name. The ascension of Jesus. Returning to heaven. Bringing Jesus. Mission end times. Yeah. Catapult Jesus. I like returning to heaven. Heaven's ascension. Maybe that. Okay. The only way to persuade Christian moon landing deniers, NASA Israel. That's good. Jesus ascension too. Yeah. All right, we'll see how that goes. Resurrection rocket. Okay. I like it. Soul bra. Everybody, this is a Bart Sabrell. Oh, it looks like it's put together with duct tape and aluminum foil by some meth heads, right? Owen Benjamin always says that. This is a marvel of engineering, by the way. The aluminum foil looking stuff, you can look into this. I think it's made by 3M. It's heat shielding. There's no atmosphere by the time they bring this out, so it's not like fluttering in the wind or going to blow off or anything. This guy gets it so wrong too. They want you to believe this aluminum foil wrapped hunk of junk. Dude, you couldn't build this thing in 1,000 lifetimes if your life depended on it, soul bra. It took probably hundreds of the greatest intellectuals and European geniuses in the world to build this thing, and you're just going to be like, it's a hunk of junk. He says it went to the moon in back. It didn't come back from the moon. Actually, so you're wrong. Lunar module was never designed to enter Earth's atmosphere. Only the Apollo command module, the cruise quarters, returned to Earth. The ascent stage was abandoned. This is the ascent stage. Abandoned in lunar orbit after docking, and the descent stage remained on the moon. And then he shills his Substack or whatever it is. Most anti-white, low IQ post you've ever made. And there's plenty of photos of this without I think it's the heat protectors on there, and what it looks like. Here it is. Yeah, it's just a hunk of junk, dude. You couldn't even say what the first thing on this is or does. Yeah, Bart got punched by Buzz Aldrin. Should have dropped him harder. Yeah, these guys are all just a bunch of Satanists, demon worshippers, Nazi occultists. Yeah, dude, it's just a hunk of junk, man. Great argument, bro. Engineered for space. Their whole arguments boil down to nuh-uh or incredulity. Nuh-uh, looks fake, dude. That's all we ever hear. I wonder how my tweet's going to do. Oh, here's another one they all share. God, these people are so bad faith. So bad faith. Every day I come on here and find some new account I've never heard of with bios like Patriot Truth Teller America. They have 300,000 followers and spend their day shitting on American achievements. Wonder who could be doing that. Wonder who could be behind that. And then they share this painfully fake. I've seen this posted so many times over the years and the last few days, as if anybody pretended that this was real. They cropped out that this was a reenactment or a simulation or practice on Earth. The clip is ground-based simulation of the Gemini 9 spacewalk, and then these liars share this, pretending like this was supposedly the real footage. How many examples do we have to show you of these people being completely disingenuous, intentional, deliberate liars on this topic before you realize there's no baby in the bathwater. Okay, let's see. Oh, I got to go to Moon. That's what I'm doing wrong. I have a Moon bookmark section. We'll go another 15 minutes. I love how like everybody could see this. People for miles and miles could see this. Is this fake? Is that a fake fireball?
On, constantly on. Stan, we have you.
Hello, fellow white people. I'm here to tell you that the Earth is flat and the moon landings were fake. NPCs, the Earth is flat and the moon landings were fake. Dude, it's disturbing how retarded everybody is. And then they have the chutzpah to call us retarded. That's the problem with Dunning-Kruger. The dumb people don't realize how dumb they are. Yeah, ad hominem against NASA. Oh, dude, but the Bible talks about the firmament. So I don't think we went to the moon because firmament in the Bible.
The other conspiracy, with everything that I've been looking at, like we can't even get up there. I feel there's some kind of firmament or something. I don't know.
Yeah, dude, I feel like there's a firmament. My name's David Nina. We covered this guy the other day. This Q-tard boxer, CTE, brain damage, Jesus junkie. What did he say the other day? He's like, I have a question. How does it not run out of fuel? It's like they only have to do a couple burns to get there. There's no space is like almost a vacuum. So if you shoot off, you keep going that speed and nothing slows you down. Too complex for his brain, apparently. Do you guys believe they played golf on the moon? So you heard Owen Benjamin say that? Owen Benjamin said they played golf on the moon and you believe that? Yeah. I think an astronaut would think we've been there a few times. What would be cool? What would everybody think is quirky and funny? He had a modified ground collection, what would you call it? Metal bar that he created an adjustment for it so he could hit a golf ball to see how far it goes. Yes, I believe it. Imagine thinking that's an argument. Oh, you believe golf on the moon? Yes, I do. I think that's actually cool. Hitting a golf ball on the moon. That's like a couple guys sitting back drinking like, I wonder what it'd be like if I hit this ball on the moon, man, with no gravity. That's literally retarded. Why is it retarded? Why? Explain why it's retarded, Michael, Angel Flow.
What to believe. Hopefully you can help me sort this out.
It's one of those things where once you've kind of gone down the rabbit hole, you kind of have to re-look at all these old historical events, especially these major ones that were highly televised, as we'll discuss that this one was. And you really have to ask yourself, were we told the truth? Is the official narrative a lie? Was there something to gain from this? And, I was just kind of a regular person kind of going through the other conspiracies and the other health topics and trying to preserve our freedom and our health.
Okay, I can't hear anymore. We heard you. Firmament, blah, blah, blah. Look at this one. I hope this isn't AI. Yeah, you shouldn't get your info on the world and about science and technology from like comedians and former UFC fighters or boxers. This is not the people you should be listening to for how the world works. Okay, pro tip. Don't get your science information from comedians.
Jesus bless us all.
Jesus bless us all. I can't believe they even allow planes to come this close to it. It makes me wonder if this is AI. Is anybody saying it's AI? Hold on, this is the temporary flight restriction put in place for the launch. The blue line was the approximate path of the airline. Okay, so they did stay clear of where the launch, because they launched and went east from Florida. Oh, look, somebody else got it. Dude, I wish I could have seen it.
Where you go and what you looking for.
Will NASA use duct tape again for this moon mission? Dude, the kooky TikToker moon denier they all look like this guy to me. Hey, Maxed Out Bear, I hope you don't run away and never donate again, by the way, Maxed Out Bear. I got to be nicer to the people that donate. He's been a great supporter and been watching a long time. Maxed Out Bear, I'm sorry. Come back. Don't call your lawyers. Maxed Out Bear, where are you? Earth to Maxed Out Bear, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody, if I'm offending you.
Don't freak out. Listen, everybody. Don't freak out. Don't call your lawyers, all right? We make nice. Everybody's happy.
We make nice. It's okay. I'm just trying to... Sometimes it takes a little kick in the butt to get you on the right path. Sometimes you need a little bit of harsh, constructive criticism to snap you out of the hypnotic state. We're just a little disappointed, okay? You can redeem yourselves. All right? Maxed Out Bear, Garrett, are you with Owen Benjamin and Candace Owens and Soul Bra and this cheesehead, or are you with us? Which way? Are you with Rabbi Jesus and Firmaments, or are you with Artemis and Apollo?
Does anyone actually believe that this piece of junk...
Do you actually believe? Do you believe this, all these scientists, or you believe me, a floating head on TikTok?
Does anyone actually believe that this piece of junk went to the moon? Yeah, this is the thing NASA said landed on the moon. It looks like it's made of cardboard, aluminum foil, and duct tape.
This song is so badass, and it...
Remember this go-kart NASA brought to the moon? Well, they used duct tape on it to hold the wheel together. Yeah, that's duct tape. Don't believe me? Ask NASA. NASA themselves said they used duct tape to keep the moon buggy and the moon lander together. So this thing landed on the moon and took off again?
99, proceeded, 3, 2, 1, ignition. Right away, Houston. Vector good.
Who's filming that? Who stayed behind to film that?
Imagine still asking that question when it's been explained. Simple, basic explanation, and he doesn't even know what the explanation is. He just goes, who filmed that? Every camera must have somebody holding it. And then just laughs. What's your argument? Good one. Great Joe Gillespie. This guy, I wonder how many followers this guy has.
2, 1, ignition. Right away, Houston. Vector good.
Who's filming that? Who stayed behind to film that? So we're supposed to believe all this crap made it to the moon? Look at all those footsteps. They must have been walking around a lot. Thank God.
Yeah. Dude, too many footsteps. Durr. They walked around for days in the same spot where they landed, staying close to the lunar module. Why are there footsteps everywhere? Durr. How does a rocket engine work in a vacuum? It ignites and pushes the rocket forward. That's another lie that I see spread around all the time. That's already completely debunked. That's the thing, too. You'll go like, Adam just is closed-minded and doesn't want to look into it. No, I've looked into it, and every single one of these claims is completely retarded and easily debunkable. That's why I don't believe it. Adam tired of getting mogged by retards. Seriously. We're overwhelmed. We're overwhelmed. with low IQ retards.
There's a breeze, so the flag will wave. And by the way, who's taking the picture of the first steps on the moon? You believe whatever you want to believe.
No, you do, apparently. Who took a photo of the first steps? Dude, they had, I forgot what it was, the stairs or the steps or something unfolded, extended out, and had a camera for the first steps.
Jesus sent $5. How did you figure out the biggest lie in history, yet fall for the dumbest one?
No,
NASA
you're
is
an
pure
idiot,
goy
dude.
slop. Great job on the book, though.
No, you've fallen for the goy slop, dude. Seriously. And also, where is the argument? No argument. You haven't addressed any of the things I've covered. I'm debunking one, showing kook after kook, getting debunked one after the other, and you come up here and still act like I've fallen for something. No, dude. Have some accountability. You fell for the lie. You fell for it.
Zorn Dare Edom sent $5 maxed out bear, and any other doubters. I'm an experienced mechanical engineer, and I testify that the moon landing was 100% real. I don't believe it. I know it and understand it and
I'd bet my life on it.
And can answer and debunk any doubter.
I'd bet my children's life on it. That's how sure I am. You're welcome.
And by the way, who's taking the picture of the first steps on the moon?
Everything he says in this video is so easily already refuted for years and years and years. Hey, Grace is here. She says, people can't even explain how basic household appliances work, but they're debunking space science and mechanics. I know.
You, Candace, and Owen are all retarded about various topics, but I
No.
think you are the only one who is not a sellout or lying.
No, I'm actually not retarded about any
These days,
topic.
Not them. Much love, dummy.
Thank you, Garrett. Garrett puts up with a lot. I don't know why you like me so much if you think I'm so wrong and falling for stupid shit.
Hive Tyrant 36 sent $5 on Rumble. Thank you for calling out the flat BS, Adam.
Yes, you do.
I need to apologize to Amalek for the Kirk ballistics thing.
Yep.
I
Yes,
got
you
busy
do.
Backing the wrong guys.
Yep. Are you here, Amalek? You hear that? Another apology.
Believe whatever you want to believe. But somehow NASA had a craft made out of cardboard, aluminum foil, and duct tape that made it to the moon and back with all that radiation. And no problems whatsoever.
Dude,
yeah, okay.
You think this guy knows how to calculate radiation and knows what effect that has on the body? Dude.
Shabadoo booskies! Shabadoo!
Dude, if you need a better illustration on why flat Earth denial is, moon landing denial is retarded, the great Joe Gillespie, ladies and gentlemen.
Does anyone?
Unbelievable. How about this guy? You guys have seen this guy before? This should be a
Let's
laugh.
watch the most recent SpaceX rocket launch. And at the end, I want you to tell me if you really think these rockets are going to outer space. Check it out. Takes off nice and strong, fire thrusting out the tail end. It's like, man, this rocket is really going to go to outer space. Or is it?
Or is it?
Because we know what the Bible tells us.
Hey, dude, we know what the Bible tells us.
$5 on Rumble. It was a Westinghouse 10 frames per minute special camera with a radial arm that unfolded.
Radial arm that unfolded, right. And the foil that's on the moon lander?
Jesus sent $5. That's like a Christian saying you have to prove that Jesus didn't walk on water. You bet your kid's life on something you literally can't prove yourself.
There is overwhelming evidence that I find convincing. All right? That's why. Not Jesus, not faith. People have faith Jesus walked on water because of a book they read written by Jews 2,000 years ago. There is hundreds of hours of footage, thousands of people involved. We're going back again right now. Not even close. Dude, just cope with it. You were deceived about the moon landing. The foil on the Apollo moon lander was a multi-layer insulation made of aluminized Captain, amber and gold, and mylar. Specialized lightweight insulation protected the craft's electronics and fuel tanks from extreme thermal changes. All right? That's why they have it wrapped in the foil. There's nothing suspicious about that. Perfect explanation. Deal with it. I love how he goes, well, I bet you think rockets are real, but the Bible says. You see this?
Because we know what the Bible tells us, how God created the heaven and the earth and placed a firmament over the earth, waters above. Keep watching. You know, you have to really give them props, though. They keep trying to break through this firmament.
Yeah, totally, dude.
Seem like it works, though. Once again,
dude,
these are my
oh my
theories.
God. Do you guys see what's going on here? Okay. 95,000 likes. 95,000. All right. My tweets get 100 likes. My TikToks barely get 100 views. We have less than 500 people watching right now. Is it not obvious what is the psyop? What is promoted? You think the masses are all right? You need to take a second and step back and realize that's the psyop. $95,000 likes for rockets aren't real because my firmament.
Believe what the Bible says. You guys believe what you want. I'm just trying to show you what looks like a rocket breaking through the firmament, or at least trying to. All right, check it out. Here we are. We're getting close.
In one day, 95,000 likes.
And we're almost there.
Look.
What happened? It stopped. And it blew up. It hit the waters above.
My God.
Zorn Dare Edom sent $5 doubters. AI these days makes it hard, but Adam is right. Check Netflix, Prime Video. There are hours and hours of high-quality documentary film and TV footage of every aspect of the Apollo program.
I know.
Why would anyone so thoroughly document a fraud?
Exactly.
Hawk Shred sent $10 on Rumble. If NASA is fake, then that would mean Russia and China's space programs were
exactly.
Also fake. Why would
Russia, the Soviet Union tracked everything NASA was doing. If it was fake, they would have called them out and said, "You liars! You guys are trying to trick the world that you won." They would have called them out. They didn't.
$5 on Rumble. To be fair to Jack Parsons, he was a bit of symbol in the science community and sued N. Hubbard for stealing his money. So he had a lot of powerful enemies creating stories.
Oh, yeah. It sounds like the lies people make up about me all the time, too. Another proof is there are orbiting satellites around the moon and other countries that have sent cameras to the moon, and they have seen the lunar module still there. They see the site where they landed in Apollo still there. They set up mirrors on the moon where you can shoot and bounce a laser off it back to Earth. Hey, man, believe what you want, but my firmament. Oh, and look at this guy. Countdown to the return of Jesus. End times prophecy. Exposing lies. Dude, I'm telling you. Flat Earth and moon landing denial go hand in hand with Bible brain. How many examples do we need?
And it blew up. It hit the waters above, not going any further. What's that look like to you? Let's watch the most recent SpaceX rocket launch. And at the end,
maybe a rocket that ended and ran out of fuel or blew up or something is what it looked like to me. Didn't look like it hit a firmament. If you crashed into the firmament, what is the firmament unbreakable? It doesn't break, so it just bounces off? Come on.
Look, I'll be honest.
This guy's the worst.
This video because
this guy's the worst.
At this point, if you still think this thing's going to the moon, I think you have a learning disability. And I'm not trying to be rude. I'm really not, because
this is the biggest retard in the world, by the way. Garrett, Maxed Out Bear, is it not embarrassing? Who's the other guy seething in the chat? Crazy Zilla Fox. Does it not disturb you at all that like you're on the sides of all of these kookiest internet charlatans imaginable? Shouldn't that be a little bit of a wake-up call? Yo, Mark is in the chat. What's up, Mark Colette? The moon landing wasn't real nonsense is total cancer. Thank you, Mark. Thank you. I want to see way more people pushing back on this kookery. People are scared.
Land a remote control laser light show device on the moon. So the NASA fakers can make light signals appear for anyone to see. I get very passionate about moon landing.
Yeah.
1776 Thesequel sent $5 on Rumble. Moon conspiracies are so anti-white. Saxons built 2,000-ton ships in the 1700s. Our smartest people are unbelievable and do unbelievable things.
Yep.
Look into HMS Royal George.
Very true. It definitely is anti-white and anti-European.
7N2 sent $5 on Rumble. I understand the distrust of everything phase. But, guys, if you're going to disbelieve something as big as the moon landing, you should do the research instead of watching TikTok tards.
There is no good, strong case for the moon landing being a hoax.
Was so censored at one point. It was so censored, and you couldn't find good information, but it's littered over the internet now. You can find really good information telling you that there's a firmament and that the Earth is flat and stationary. It can't go anywhere. That's why it's flying horizontally, my friends. You might want to get tested for a learning disability. Not to mention a learning disability, but you have zero awareness of being mocked. They're literally mocking you. These are the names of the astronauts. Reed Wiseman, Christine A. Cock, Christ in a Cock, Victor Glover, and well, Jay Rammy. And I actually wonder if they're giving a little nod to me.
Dude.
A nod to...
This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Are you kidding me?
The guy that is exposing all of their lies every day, all of the time. He's got a nice little butt chin there. Yeah, sure, these are all their names.
This kook has 1 million followers on TikTok? Oh my God.
$5 on Rumble. We had a combustion engine during the time of Alexander. Could you imagine where we would be without Abrahamism?
That doesn't sound right. Combustion engine? Maybe very simple something. Predecessor. Yeah, if they faked it, they would just... Why haven't they kept faking it for 50 years? It would be so much easier with modern technology and CGI to give people more fakes, but they haven't.
Sent $5 on Rumble. Flying to the moon and Kerbal Space Program should be a requirement for graduating high school. Game that simulates spaceflight.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a failure of the education system also that all these adults are being duped by con artists like this. Dude, this fittest flat earther has 1 million followers. Almost 1 million on TikTok. I've created several TikToks. They get banned and can't get past a few hundred views. No, the newest one has a few with a few thousand.
On because they love their phallic symbols and mockery, and it's always right in your face.
Dude, it's just
right
a phallic.
In your face.
What shape do you think the rocket should be if not cylindrical with a point on the end, dude? Huh? What are we gonna send up a big piece of paper? You're gonna send up a big cube? It's gonna shoot up a cube? Do you not know how? Oh man, it's so stupid. How wind and aerodynamics works at all? Why are airplanes shaped like a cylinder?
Duke mentioned coming on your show. He totally buys the myth.
I'm going to debate him on Mark's show, I guess. He just said in the chat that he's down. But dude, this whole phallic thing that they do, this is what it should be shaped like an anus. An anus shaped because they're butt worshipers. We should make a rocket that is the shape of a vagina for our occult fertility mockery. Right? What shape should the rocket be, genius? Have you heard about aerodynamics? Yeah, it should be a cube. They're gonna fire up a big sphere up there. Hey, how come fish and birds are streamlined and shaped cylindrical? Maybe because that's what goes through the air better. Yeah, here comes the dick talk. Yeah, speaking of phallic worship, who's the god you worship munches on chopped off foreskins?
On Rumble. The father of space exploration was a former SS officer, von Braun. A certain group aren't happy about that.
Yeah, super genius Werner von Braun, exactly.
But why would they lie? The lie would have to be so big and so many people would have to be in on it. And I don't really understand the point. What's the point? Well, the point is they're making you think you're an evolved chimp spinning on a ball in endless space. And if you think that, well, then you're stuck in the world of science. Science fiction, actually.
You need to be stuck in the world of the Jewish Bible instead. And believe the Jewish God that chose the Jews and wants his Messiah to rule the world made you from some clay and breathed air into your nostrils and then made Eve from the rib. I hate this guy with every fiber of my being. I didn't realize he had 1 million followers on TikTok. I've seen him around for years. He is such a kook. He says satire on here. This is not satire. Or is the joke on me? Is this guy just trolling, pretending to be a retard? I doubt it. He looks awful Jewish, too, to be honest.
You don't realize that
give him a side profile, this guy.
There's a spiritual war going on, and there's a bunch of fallen angels here that are deceiving you.
See, this is the lie. This is why they have to lie about all of this stuff, is because it wrecks their Bible delusion. That's why they're doing it. Every one of these videos that I'm showing you all ties back to some kooky prophecy Bible believer. They're the ones objecting.
So many ways your head would spin if you actually knew the truth. And I used to think the lie was always about just hiding our Heavenly Father, but no, it's about hiding the fallen angels that are literally here in flesh, shape-shifting to character. They're all your favorite athletes who used to be someone else that you worship.
Dude, this guy is fucking hilarious. Herman Munster is really the quarterback. Tom Brady, dude. Do you not understand that people from certain areas have similar genetics and people look the same? Joe Namath is John Travolta. This is the other kooky thing. They go, all the Challenger disaster astronauts are all still alive. All the Sandy Hook kids are still alive. Tupac and Elvis are still alive. Gerald Ford and Peyton Manning don't even look that similar. Dude, this is like the retards that put up a picture next to me and Rothschild and act like I'm a Rothschild. I fucking wish I was. I'd be on a yacht with models laughing at all the stupid dumb goyim instead of in here getting ratioed and people in $5 super chats telling me they're disappointed in me.
Promote the kookiest version of moon landing denial. All these people.
There's no smart version of.
They haven't made any of the points I made earlier, and you had no response for any of them. These tards.
I've responded to all of them. There's no intelligent moon landing denial. Show me. What? The angles in the shadows? Completely debunked. I've seen that argument. It's garbage.
A different way. Take a look. Oh, here's even more athletes. Yeah. Mickey Mantle, Christian McCaffrey, Houdini, Joe Burrow, Larry Hagman from...
What does this have to do with the moon?
H.P. Lovecraft and Mike L. Phelps. Some dude who made the Pony Express, Alexander somebody, and, Taylor Swift's boy, whatever, Travis Kelce. MJ and Jackie Robinson.
Dude, who do I look like? I need to ask ChatGPT to match me to a famous historical person. I wonder if it could do that. I want to find my my historical doppelganger. That'll be cool. Thor. It'll give me an image of Thor.
Oh, and Will.
Jesus sent $5. They played golf on the moon, but now they can't land on it. This is your religion, Adam, and your faith is in Artemis and Apollo.
So I got out on an airplane and went to the other side of the world. Is that my religion? I talk on my cell phone and scroll all day. Is that my religion? Is anything that's real and based on technology a religion? You know what? It is my religion, actually. Science and reason and rationality should be everybody's religion, not ancient Jewish fairy tales. If there's any religion worth having, it's reality and science and understanding of the universe. So yeah, you're right. This is being right in truth is a good religion to have. And what else did you say? What was the first part? Shoot. I wanted to say something about the first point too. Oh yeah, they played golf on the moon, but now they can't land on it. They can land on it. That Artemis II is going to be landing on the moon, believe, or 4, I think it's 3. Dude, what does people that get hung up on the golf club? It was a modified instrument that they had for digging up the soil that he screwed on like another metal part and brought a couple golf balls to hit on the moon. I think it's fucking cool. What is it? So just assume that they didn't hit the golf ball. Would you believe it? If there was nobody smuggled on a 9-iron, then you would believe it. You would believe it, but the golf that obviously it's fake because somebody hit a golf ball on there.
Who became Kobe? Who became Myles Garrett? They're your favorite.
What? Did we just get shut down? Everything's looking green over here. Oh, Jesus was the first astronaut. Oh, dude, Mossad attack, stream froze? No. Steve Carell does look like Alice Cooper. That's a good match. They look the same because they probably have very similar genetics. I bet we can find somebody that looks like you throughout history, too. Gumby or something. What color is his shirt and why did he buy it? This guy? I have no idea. Are we back live? Is Odysee down? Odyssee's up. Okay, we're good now? All right. I think I probably had enough of this. I don't know. This is so good. I kind of want to see the rest.
Comedians. Cousin Larry from Perfect Strangers and Michael Scott. You can't see that.
Looks like Dave Weiss, yeah.
If you can't see Tom Petty literally is Ed Helms, or
literally
Whitley is Hugh Jackman.
Dude, this is the most schizo shit ever.
Clueless similarities.
I love how he's showing celebrities that look similar to each other, so that's proof that the moon is fake? That's your proof?
And Marx. But of course, all this is for entertainment purposes. I'm sure this isn't at all just mind control to the 100th degree to keep you spinning on a ball evolved from a chimp, clueless to who you are and where you are. It's time to take your power back, my friends. Take it all back. And where do you do that? By seeking truth endlessly. Entertainment only. Look, I'll be honest.
Fidel Castro and Justin Trudeau. Yeah, I think that could actually be related. Dude, this guy was such a clown. I cannot. What is going on here? Why is this not? Dude, my freaking mouse isn't working. What the hell? It's like my scroll on my mouse broke. That's going to be a problem. Or maybe that's just the end of it. That's why. Look, Rob Do at InfoWars says, we never went to the moon and we are never going back. Bookmark it. He said this in February. Well, I did bookmark it, and they're floating around the moon right now, Rob Do. You also told us Trump would not start new wars. Wrong about everything and believe Jewish fairy tales.
$20. Great.
Thank you, Grace.
Adam, I appreciate you.
Love
Have
you,
a
Grace. Thank
wonderful
you.
Weekend.
You too. All right, we're probably going to leave it there. 2 hours. I got somewhere to go. Some kind of Easter thing with the kids. Appreciate everybody for the support tonight. If I berated you, if you disagree with me, I apologize, but I'm right. And in due time, you will know that I was right. Hope you guys have a nice weekend. Hope you all stay safe and have a good time with your families or by yourself or whatever you're doing. Appreciate everybody for the support. I can't see. Oh, we smashed the goal today. Nice. Thank you so much. That is very cool. Where is my outro music? There we go. You guys are amazing.
Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Every day, more and more, like I'm in the Twilight Zone and everybody is crazy and I'm taking crazy pills.
Yippee! Woohoo!
They're nice.
Thank you. That's so
Well, and I played out. All right, guys. See you maybe Sunday. Nah, not Sunday. I'll see you on Monday morning. Thank you, Skater.
SK8 Orbizon sent $10 on Rumble. These people disbelieve moon landing science, but trust their own money to banks secured by cryptography, which is complex math and science. Science is designed so that anyone can test/verify/disprove.
You could provide these people all the evidence in the world, body cam footage, thousands of hours from every angle, endless photos, and they'll still deny it. We knew all the moon landing deniers. Has any moon landing denier, now that we're sending another one in a few years when people go back to the moon, will they ever be satisfied? Will there ever be enough evidence for them to change their mind? Probably not. And that's their issue. They'll never be satisfied. They'll always seethe and cope and say it's fake. And you all know it. We know it. You know it. They know we know it. And there's no helping them. Yeah, next time Tech Monkey will have to come on. I wonder if Tech Monkey believes in the moon landing. All right, guys. Have a nice weekend. Take care. See you on Monday. Go to the gym. Eat beef jerky. Hail the old gods. Hail Artemis. Hail Apollo. Hail Thor. Hail Wotan. Hail Odin. Hail the Old Father. And down with Yahweh.